All right, let's see how many games we got right for predicted scores average. So this would be the average. How many were correct? G-Money. Oh, God. Yeah, that's right. I forget. ST, how many did you get correct? Yeah, I keep forgetting you don't have a functional copy. How many did you get? Okay, let's do the next one. Median. How many were correct? Balboa. How many did you get? Okay, that's what you were supposed to do while we were doing this. How many did you get? 9 correct? Are you sure about that? So remember, it's got to line up. You're just looking at column F. You might be right. I can't remember. So if I go here, 1, 2, 3, that's not correct. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You were all right. My bad. I'm sorry. 9 correct. So if we got 9 correct, how many did we not get? Yeah, 15. 6, right? Okay. Okay, we're going to put, for incorrect, I'm just going to go 7 because we haven't done the last game. All right, who's got the average weight? Weighted average. How many do we get correct there?
8 to 7. 8 correct, 7.
Oh, wow. So the wisdom of crowd isn't even so wise, is it? So 7 will make that 8. So that was half and half. With this game yet to be played. Okay. ST, how many what about for average? 8? Are you sure about that? I think that was the best one we got. Who else? You were doing that one too, right? Okay. Oh wait, let's see. Did we do wisdom of crowds? Rod, did you do that?
Yeah.
How many did you get?
10.
10? Okay, yep, you're right. So let's do just the average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, right? All right, and incorrect. We haven't done this one, so I'll just put a 5. And this one would be 6. This is kind of crazy how this works. So based on this method here, based on the different methods, which approximation of the score over the season gave us the best results? Yeah, the stuff we didn't do anything to, right? What was the next best? Wisdom of crowd. And then which one? Median, yep. And then the worst was our weighted average. Okay, so we can rank these. What we'll do eventually is we'll rank them based on this. Here is a very simple question, but it's a very important question. Does this mean that we should use the average for the rest of this section? No. Why not? What do you think? Okay. So we all decided based on this example that just the regular average for the scores worked the best as far as determining who won or lost the games. Based on this, is this should we just use the averages from now on?
Right, that average, the score average.
The score averages compared to the other stuff.
No, because this is only like 1 week, so maybe like on another week, wisdom of crowds could be the highest, or something else could be the highest.
Yes. Basically, what you told me is that this is just 1 week. This is what we call in science N. N means the times you do something. If you see it one time, that's just an occurrence, right? If I looked out the window and I saw a naked guy run by the by the door, right? I wouldn't think that happens every day, unless I saw it every day. Or maybe I didn't see it maybe the following day, but the day after that I would see the same guy do that. Right? That is a trend, and that's what we're more interested in science. I don't care about the random naked guy running through. If he does this all the time, then I definitely want to know. All right? That's kind of what we do with this score stuff. So right now in week 13, just taking the average of the season seems to be the best as far as picking winners or losers. Okay? We're going to do it. How many times do you think you need to see something in order to be fairly assured that it's a trend? How many do you think?
Like percentage-wise?
Or just how many times? How many weeks do you think we should do in order to make sure that this works?
At least 9.
At least 9?
More than that.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. But we don't have 9 weeks. What do you think is the minimum amount of weeks we should do?
3.
3. Why do you say that?
And then you can see like the majority or something like. I don't know how to explain it, but
Oh,
it
because
doesn't
it's
make
odd.
sense.
What's that?
So it's odd. So like, never mind.
No. I was kind of liking how you were going. You both actually you're on the periphery of the right answer.
I don't know how to explain it, but
Well, here's the deal is if you see something twice or you have 2 points, then you can only draw a line, right? If I have 3 points, then I'm starting to get into the hill territory, right? That we noticed, and what I've told you is that all of these scores these teams score, they don't score like 23 every week, right? It's kind of a hill. Maybe 23 is right in the middle of that hill, and they'll score around 23 most of the time, but sometimes they'll score a lot and sometimes they'll score a little. By taking 3 observations, what you do is you kind of get an idea of the outside of that hill and the right in the middle of the hill. And that's what we're really kind of looking for. So actually in science, usually if you run an experiment, you have to do it on at least 3 different things, or replicates is what we call them, in order to prove that, whatever you say is true. At a minimum. But I'm going to tell you right now, the more data you have, the better your model. So you're absolutely right, Balbo, when you were talking about the 9. We take this out, if we really wanted to do this, we'd do this for the whole season, and that would give us a pretty good idea. Then maybe what we could do is we could go back into the previous years of the NFL and see if that trend still holds through. JC, you were talking about, how do we prove it if we don't have real models, right? How do you test out your prediction if it hasn't happened yet? And so what you can do is you can use our predictions and what we think is going to happen to the data. We can use that information to basically test other seasons and see if it holds up. That's how you can test your model. That they've played NFL games, for years and years and years. We can use that information to test out what it might do in the future. And we do this stuff in science all the time. All right, well, let's look at some of these games.